All right, welcome back, everybody. It's a breaking news day, and it's not a good day. The Canadian Football League has canceled the 2020 season, and I'm going to read from the release they just sent out. But hang on. First, a sports update. A bounce-back performance from Philadelphia goalie Carter Hart has his team up 2-1 in their Stanley Cup playoff series with Montreal. Hart made 23 saves. First career playoff shutout as the Flyers defeated the Canadiens 1-0 in Game 3. Philly Flyers great Brian Propp will be with us live in Hour 2. Calgary Flames let one slip away against the Dallas Stars. Joe Pavelski registered his first playoff hat trick. Stars blitz Calgary goalie Cam Talbot with 62 shots to come from behind and win 5-4 in overtime. Chicago Blackhawks were in big trouble. That's when Corey Crawford took over. Crawford made 48 saves in a stellar performance, and the Blackhawks beat the Vegas Golden Knights 3-1 at Rogers Place to avoid a sweep. Willie Adames hit a 2-run homer in the 8th, and the Tampa Bay Rays beat the Blue Jays 7-5 to win both games of a doubleheader at Stayland Field Sunday. Toronto played both games without shortstop Bo Bichette after he was placed on the injured list with right knee soreness. Mike Ford drove in 3 runs, and the Yankees beat Boston 4-2 for their 9th straight victory over the Red Sox, their best spurt against their rival in nearly 70 years. And that's all I got. Other than the Raptors opening the playoffs today, Game 1 against the Brooklyn Nets. Rod Black calls it a gimme series. I'll go along with that. This sports update for Ballers Rec Room, Saskatchewan's newest entertainment destination. I had the beef dip there Friday. I deferred. Woo. I deviated from my taco salad, and it was a good decision.
Nice.
Ballers Rec Room. Our batting cages and arcade games are now open. No reservation necessary. And for Red Bull Canada, Red Bull gives you wings. John Ohms watching in Winnipeg this morning. He says, I've witnessed a lot of great things in sports. The CFL canceling its 2020 season is one of the worst. Well, as I said on TSN 1200 this morning in Ottawa, if the current rendition of the CFL goes the way of the dodo, I'll be okay with it. And it's little things like this. Just before the break, I announced that the Canadian press moved across the sports wire that the season's been canceled. It's the first time the Grey Cup won't be presented since 1919. The CFL has issued a statement. And I do love the folks in the league office. But here's how it is. The Canadian Football League is shifting its focus to 2021 and beyond after deciding not to play a shortened season this fall. Here's the statement from Randy Ambrosi. Our league governors decided today it is in the best long-term interest of the CFL to concentrate on the future. We are absolutely committed to 2021, to the future of our league and the pursuit of our vision of a bigger, stronger, more global CFL. Now, Randy's been saying that for a long time. It's time to stop talking and it's time to start acting. But the headline of the email from the league says Canadian Football League shifts its focus to 2021 and beyond. How about saying the 2020 season's canceled? CFL cancels 2020 season. It's like when the Riders announced pay cuts here a couple months ago. Let's not call it pay cuts. Let's call it compensation adjustments. That'll seem so much better to our staff. Who are you trying to kid? How dumb do you think that we are? What did I say on Friday on this show? I'm getting a little insulted that they think that we're this stupid that we're going along with all this stuff. So we've been saying for months everything that we said was going to happen has happened. I'm just checking all the comments here from the viewers. Hey, now is it time for NFL Canada? Is it time for this? The guy said earlier, what about MLSE? Sometimes I want to just go put my head right through that wall, Darren, in terms of listen to what I'm saying. I said last week, MLSE isn't going to come to the rescue and write a check and save the CFL for this year. It's a long play. 2020's gone. MLSE, I still believe, will be a major investor in the Canadian Football League. People are saying, let's call The Rock. Let's partner with the XFL. Where the hell have you been? We've been talking about this for weeks. I know you're just sitting there taking it all in, but it's just like, what the hell have I been sitting here talking about for weeks, that this is where it's going?
I know.
And now they want to step up and say this is what's going to save the CFL. You guys weren't thinking about this until this morning when they canceled the season? Convince me that I'm wrong.
I know.
Like Tiger, the Tiger King says, change my mind.
Change my mind. The CFL is not going to die. Okay? The CFL is not going to die. What we know the CFL to be may die, the old rendition of the CFL may die. Heck, the business, the league may even fold. But the CFL's not going to die. You got brand new stadiums in Saskatchewan, brand new stadiums in Winnipeg. You got new stadiums across in different cities out east, and hopefully more to come. So it's not going to die. It may change, but there will still be Canadian football. So don't worry about that part of it. But this is an opportunity to really clean things up from the top down. Refresh the entire league, the branding, the marketing. But there is so much still to be figured out. What happens to all of the contracts? What happens to all of the players? We've gone through this whole morning with this, and nobody's thought about the players yet. It hasn't been on social media.
Of course not.
I haven't seen it anywhere. Everyone's sad there's no football. Well,
everybody's worried about themselves.
Everybody's worried about themselves, and that's always the case. What's going to happen? Who screwed this up? How bad did it get? You look at other leagues. Look at the NLL. Nobody's sitting there throwing mud at the NLL.
Not at all, but they made a decision.
They made a decision. They came to a decision. They made it. They were confident, and you trusted the direction in which the league was going because they were very clear right from the beginning. We're not going to play. This isn't going to work. We're going to shift our focus to next season. But the CFL was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. They were doing the hokey pokey for the last 3 or 4 months, and now they're not playing, and now we don't know that we can trust all of those governors and all of the team presidents and owners to get on the same page and move this forward in a positive way.
Steven Schneider, one of the viewers, writes in and he says, ha, 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 The Rock got cut by Calgary. Do you think he cares if the league folds? I think you're a smart guy, Steven, because you watch this show. Clearly you're a smart guy, but that's a dumb comment because I've seen this a lot from people. Oh, The Rock hates Wally Buono. He cut him. You guys need to wake up. Go search The Rock's Twitter timeline where he is extolling Wally's virtues. He's like, thank you, Coach Buono, for the opportunity. He said it many times. And like many people will understand, maybe y'all are too young to understand these things. But sometimes after rock bottom, that's what you need to face. CFL's hitting rock bottom right now. So the best may be yet to come. For The Rock, the best thing that ever happened to him was being cut by the Calgary Stampeders and leaving Calgary with $7 in his pocket, which is the name of his company, his production company. $7. The Rock. You need to follow these things. Steve Johnson writes in on Twitter. He says, does the Rod Pedersen Show offer grief counseling? I think we'll carry this over into the viewer takeover segment, but now you're depressed? Like Jeff, the Stamps fan, says nobody's surprised by this. Really? Nobody, Jeff? Do you think maybe you always exaggerate? A lot of people are surprised. They were all holding out hope that there would be a season. And now, look, I got to carry this over. So hang on. Don't go anywhere. We'll just continue this in the viewer takeover. It's the RP Show. You knew it was going to get spicy today.
It's spicy.
It's the Rod Pedersen Show. You're watching across North America on Game Plus TV Network. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts and leave us a review.
You're watching Rod Pedersen On Demand. For more of the Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.